is Yi. My last name is Jiang, and I'm from ESCP Europe, so it's an institution in Paris. That research paper was about how people perceive uncertainty and how people behave accordingly. So the motivation of doing that research was when we were on field and we observed different entrepreneurs, and we figured out that they identify the same type of opportunities, but they don't really pursue the opportunities in similar way. So then we were just basically asking what type of uncertainty they pursue in terms of market or effect on themselves, as well as how their capability to respond, and whether the perception of the uncertainty influences the way they behave. So in terms of how they create the venture. The motivation of doing this research, so basically, so it's a very personal motivation. So I think when I arrived in France when I was 18 years old, and it was very difficult for me to survive in France, and I always wondered how I could behave under these uncertainties. So when I moved to the field of entrepreneur, I see that there are people really have guts. Some of them sold all their houses in order to just pursue some types of opportunities. So I said studying them is kind of like studying my childhood. Adulthood when I just arrived in France. So I said, okay, maybe I will actually study how people behave under uncertainty. So I think the research topic is more actually a reflection of what I've been through when I was younger. I think my research looks at how people behave under different types of uncertainty. So basically, the biggest implication is when people selecting their teammates. So depending on how the teammates perceive the uncertainty, we could sort of associate their perception with certain type of behavior. And in an entrepreneurial venture team, it's very important to have different types of behaviors. So depending on how people perceive the uncertainty, we could more or less help the entrepreneurs to select the right team members.